This is what I like to keep inside of my side pockets. Silverware is pretty nice to have when you're eating, obviously. But this is pretty it's pretty lightweight. You have your fork and your spoon. There's a little butter knife on here also, and a steak knife type thing. This needs to be cleaned a little bit better. It's still kind of rusty a bit. Some oil on there. And there's a can opener and a corkscrew. There's also a it's a hole punch, so if you have like a can of juice, you can just pop it open. It also works for a pry bar to open your can of soup a little bit faster, because the can openers are kind of slow. I also like to keep drink mixes, because they're good for energy and stuff. I keep, like for my MREs, sometimes I'll save the drink mixes. I like to have these little Crystal Light or other types of little drink mix packets like Kool-Aid. And this one is a pomegranate, but they're good for energy and they taste pretty good instead of having plain water constantly. And I have several of these. I like to have a couple tea bags. I have some hot chocolate and some sugar packets. That's what I like to keep in here. Some more sugar and tea. I have some creamer, I guess. I don't know why I saved that. But that's what I can keep in that pocket. And in my other pocket, I keep these fruit snacks. They're pretty good to eat while you're just hiking and you're kind of bored. Just hiking around on some trails and stuff. It's good to have some energy food. These are just treetop fruit snacks. You know, they work pretty good for some energy food. And I cut one of the Tabasco bottles from one of my other MREs. Because, you know, seasoning for your food. And I also have some jalapeno ketchup. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know how good it tastes. But that's where I keep some of my seasonings for my food. And then I also have a spoon. I just saved that for my MRE because they're pretty useful. I like to keep some deodorant and some body wash because when I go on a long camp I like to wash. And these are just small travel sizes for them, I guess. And I also keep like a little notebook type thing for writing down stuff when I go on scout trips and stuff. I like to write down what I've done and what I got done for requirements, and I keep a pen. I also like to keep quite a bit of paracord. Paracord is really useful for tying anything from tying down your tent, or I have a duct tape hammock I made and I like to tie that down. Make sure it's good and strong to support my weight. And this one I have on a carabiner because I sometimes hang this on my backpack, so I like to get to it pretty easily. That's what I keep on the side pockets. Now I'm moving to my vest.
Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the actual tactical vest itself, and as you can see, dangling there, he's got a couple of things hanging from the vest itself. So go ahead and tell us about those.
This is a compass, and it's a whistle. It has a thermometer on the side of it, and out. There's a little magnifying glass. I've used it to start a fire, surprisingly. Put on some petroleum jelly, soaked hot, and it works remotely well. It hangs there pretty well. Here's like a paracord bracelet. I've just hung it on the zipper of the tactical vest to keep holding it on. But I have a carabiner on here for hanging stuff, and this is pretty strong. If I ever needed any extra paracord, I can just take this off or wear it if I'm going on a little day hike. I've hooked this for this drawstring for the top of my pack underneath this hood to help hold the zipper because the zipper keeps falling down. You know, it's pretty old, but it's pretty strong and stuff. But I also I have the zipper pouches. I keep some batteries. I keep a lot of batteries because I know I have friends that never bring batteries, and so I'll give them some. But I also have some water purification tablets. I only have 4 water bottles inside my pack, but I also have a platypus that I'll fill with water, and these water purification tablets and liquids that I can put in there, it's chlorine and stuff, will help clean up my water pretty well. It'll make sure I have nice clean drinking water. And I also have batteries. I have a lot of batteries, and they're mostly AAA because most of my flashlights take AAAs, and I have a couple AA's. In my other zipper pouch, I like to keep I have tinder and wax inside of a little Altoids container. I keep just a chunk of wax. It was from a candle. It's from the little tea candle boxes. They didn't have a wick in it, so I just took the candle and put it in here for. I'm planning on melting that for a candle sooner or later. And then I have this box with. It has matches, strike anywhere matches. Some. They're like cosmetic pads for makeup, for Tinder. You just pull that apart, and a dryer lint sheet. And then it's held together with a rubber band to make sure it'll stay together. You don't want it popping out anywhere. And then in this other bag, I don't usually bring all of this. It's just stuff that I do bring. I have a candle. It's a little tall candle with a wick and some tissue paper. So it works pretty well for a candle. You can just put this candle, break it in half, and put it in the bottom of your fire, and it burns pretty well. Because I have so much of it, I'm not usually too worried about it. If I was in a bug out situation, I'd probably be more sparing with it. But I'm constantly restocking, so it's pretty good. I have some Cutter Advanced Sport bug spray. It's heavy duty formula. And I have that. I keep Carmex because I get chapped lips when I'm out hiking and stuff out in the sun. I also have a flashlight. Works pretty well. It's a pretty bright flashlight. I like to have a good bright flashlight. I also have some Tinder card. That's good for starting your fire. I just have a couple pieces. I also have some Germex. It works good for a fire starter. It's good for a whole lot of stuff. I keep a knife that works pretty well, like a seatbelt cutter, cord cutter. Works pretty well. Pretty sharp. And then I have a Swiss Army knife. It's a Veronix. It's really sharp. It's good for whatever you really need it to work for. Works good for if you need to fix a strap or something, you can feed the thing through. Feed your part on there. And that is, I think, just about it for my the pockets, I guess, for my tactical bag. That's about all I have in it right now, but I do probably end up putting more stuff in there.
Okay, now tell me about your sleeping bag for a second. How much do you think your sleeping bag actually weighs? Because I know your pack itself only weighs about how much when it's fully loaded?
My pack weighs 30 pounds. Exactly, actually. When it's completely full of everything that I need, including the water, MREs, clothes, and everything, it weighs about 30 pounds. And this is an Odyssey. It's made by...
Slumberjack?
Yeah, Slumberjack. It goes to negative 12 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and its insulation is G3 fiber, and it weighs about 1.5 pounds. Awesome. It is really good, and it's a big bag. It's about 80 inches long.
Okay,
and it's pretty nice and wide, and it's really lightweight and thin, but it's really well, and it's pretty durable. It has a cinched down bag on it, so when I get it in there, I can cinch it down nice and tight so it fits on here pretty well. And I like to keep it the same width as my pack, so it's nice and even. Makes it easy for carrying around.
Okay. Alright, thank you.